Why am I late for everything? Why am I the way that I am? So I think I've got 4 minutes until the first event that I'm booked into at the Hay Festival is due to start, and I'm not even into the actual festival yet, just gonna have my bags checked, and then I need to find what stage the event is on. And yeah, I should have left earlier, but there you go, I am the way I am, and maybe one day I'll change. Hola amigos, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Emma, and today I am joining you from the Hay Festival of Literature and Arts. It's a little bit soggy and a little bit breezy here, but never mind. There are plenty of deck chairs under cover for people to sit in and chill and read. This video is actually sponsored by the Hay Festival, so thank you very much for that. I am going to be spending the whole day here. So as you saw in the little clip at the beginning of this video, I was late this morning, which is quite typical for me, especially if it's the weekend. For some reason I am just not great in the mornings, but I did get to my talk on time. Somehow it actually started a few minutes late, which really helped. So the first talk that I saw today was Bethany Hughes. She's a historian, and she was talking about the 7 wonders of the ancient world, which I find absolutely fascinating. History is one of my passions, and it's what I studied at university. So that was really brilliant. She is going to be in the bookshop, which is just behind me, in a little while, signing copies of her new book. So I may very well have to treat myself to that, I think. But I've got a little bit of a break now between events, so I'm going to have a little bit of a walk around, just kind of get the lay of the land. I come every year to the Hay Festival, and I have done probably for about, I don't know, 12, 13 years, something like that. But the layout's always a little bit different, and I think there seems to be quite a lot more here this year in terms of kind of stalls and things to see like that, things for sale. So it's going to be nice to look around. Obviously the bookshop I will really enjoy, and there's a second-hand bookshop run by Oxfam, like a charity bookshop here as well. It's like a massive stall, so I always manage to find something there, so that should be really fun. But first I think I really need to have a coffee, because I've only had 1 cup of tea today, and yeah, I need some caffeine. I'm in the festival bookshop now. It's really busy. I'm guessing the combination of it raining outside and also the fact that a few talks have just finished. So there are quite a few authors who, I don't know if you can see, but there's like queues of people waiting to have books signed by authors. But what's quite nice is as well, there are tables in here with signed copies. Like here, so if you're not bothered about having your actual name on the signed copy, you can kind of have a look, and some of the people who've been at the festival earlier on have already signed the copy, so that's quite handy. So I think that's what I might do actually for the Bethany Hughes book that I fancy, because I don't really want to have to stand in a queue, because like anybody who has followed this channel for any length of time knows that I don't really like people that much, so I don't really want to have to stand in a queue with all the people for ages. So I think I might come back later after she's signed some copies, and and pick up a book then, which will be really cool. I still haven't got my coffee. I will get on that. I have had a snack though, because something you should know about me is that I am renowned for always having at least one snack with me, usually a protein bar or a naked bar or something like that. So I've had a blueberry naked bar so far, and that was really cool. And yeah, but the sun is actually coming out, so that's pretty nice as well. But all the deck chairs that are not undercover are naturally a little bit soggy, and I don't really want to get a wet bum, so I'm going to go in search of coffee now, definitely, and I am going to find a deck chair, I think, and have a nice sit down and a bit of a read, because you got to have a read when you're at the Hay Festival, haven't you? I mean, it'd be a bit pointless if you were here and you didn't read a book. But the book that I have with me is not the book I'm reading at the moment. The book I'm reading at the moment is Crazy Rich Asians, which I'm quite enjoying, although the head hopping is driving me a little bit crazy. But I didn't think that I had enough of it left to see me through today. So I have this Brandon Sanderson, who's an author I've been meaning to read more of, and it's Tress of the Emerald Sea. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. Yeah, so I will settle down with that for a little while before my next talk, which I believe is about AI. So that should be quite interesting and very different to the last talk that I went to. A little bit of background for you if you've never heard of the Hay Festival before. The Hay Festival takes place outside the town Hay-on-Wye. Hay-on-Wye is the world's first book town. It's on the Wales-England border. It is technically still in Wales. And yeah, the festival kind of presents itself for a week every year. It appears in a field outside of Hay-on-Wye and then disappears again soon afterwards. The first festival was in 1988, and every year hundreds of thousands of people travel to this little town to stay here, to camp in the fields around it, and to come to hear hundreds of performers. There's all kinds of things. There's live interviews, there's regular talks, there's music, there's radio interviews, just so much to see and such a great atmosphere. Happy to spend the whole day here, just walking around, listening to talks, reading, eating, drinking. It's just a really, really fantastic day out. Hi again, I have been fed and I've had all the caffeine and I've learnt some stuff. It's been awesome, and now I'm book shopping. So this is the huge Oxfam second-hand bookshop stroke tent. So obviously all of the money from these books goes to charity, which is really nice, and there are masses here, including some written by friends of mine, which is really, really cool. Some of my friends from the Romantic Novelists Association, I've spotted their books in the fiction section, so that's always really cool, and I took a picture and sent it to them because I think it's nice to see our books out in the wild. So yeah, I'm at the history section at the moment because after that talk earlier I am definitely in a history mood. I don't know how many I'm going to buy, but you know, it's for charity. It's for charity. It's important to give to charity and stuff. But yeah, this is it is definitely one of my favourite parts of the festival. You just never know what you're going to find here. You definitely need to have like a little bit of time and be prepared to delve in and stuff, but it's always worth it, and I don't think I ever leave without at least one book that I'd never heard of before and definitely didn't realise that I needed. Hey, I'm back in the festival bookshop, but they still don't have the history book that I want in, or at least I can't find it anyway. So don't know what's going on with that, but whenever I kind of go somewhere different, I like to pick up a postcard or a card or something like that, and then I use it as a bookmark and kind of reminds me of where I've been. So I found this one, which is by Arthur Rackham. And yeah, it's 1919 and it was a line block apparently, and it's from the Royal Academy of Art collection. So I thought that was quite nice. And then sometimes what I do as well is I write inside the card or on the postcard kind of anything that reminds me of the day, so that when I read back it kind of triggers memories. So yeah, that's quite good. So I'm going to go and get ready for the final talk of the day. I hope I don't get too wet again. I got caught in the shower a few minutes ago, so I'm going to try to stay undercover as much as possible. Yeah, so final talk in just a little while, and then it'll be back home. I'm tired. I'm kind of looking forward to being back home now. walking into the final talk now, and it is Marianne Keyes. She's an Irish author who I have loved for years, and I have been looking forward to this all day. She is hilarious, and this should be a really, really fantastic end to the day 8. So Marianne Keyes was brilliant and just as hilarious as I thought she would be, and that was a really, really lovely final event for the day. As you can see, it is absolutely pouring now, so I am going to try to find where I put my umbrella and make it back to the car, go home, and I'm going to make some pizzas and have a very big glass of wine because I'm tired. And yeah, I've had enough of people, frankly, but it has been a really, really great day. Just won't go out in public again for another week. It's fine, introverts unite. I really, really hope that you've enjoyed this vlog, and that if you'd like to, that you get a chance to come along to the festival at some point. If you have enjoyed it, please remember to boot that like button and subscribe if you're not already, because we have a great time on this channel, and I will catch you in the next